action. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nelson, and September is almost here. September, that means elk season. We're getting ready to go on an elk hunt here in late September, so I figured what better to do is do a little bag dump for y'all. I just packed up this sucker all nice and neat, and I'm about to unpack it, show y'all what I've got in hopes that y'all see something here that you might want to add to your kit, or let me know in the comments if you see something that you don't need or I might need to add to this thing. So I'm always changing gear out. It's taken me a while to get the gear that I've got, and I'm pretty proud of where I'm at right now. So without further ado, let's jump right into the pack, and then I'm also going to show you all my weapon of choice and then my clothing. And so let's do it. First off, on the outside, we've got some Crocs. Crocs, the necessity. You have to have some Crocs. You don't have to have Crocs, but I like Crocs. I like taking my boots off in the evening. I like to have my Crocs for creek crossings. That way I'm not getting my socks and my boots all wet and then I have to let them dry out. These things weigh nothing and you just hang them from the pack. I really like that. I've got some trekking poles on the side right here. Trekking poles that come really in handy for my shelter system, which we'll show y'all here in a minute. And before we get any too farther, I'm gonna have a link in the description of all this gear that y'all can find and check out if you see anything, and it'll be down there for you. Got a bugle tube right here on the side. I'm gonna have it strapped to the pack, ready to go when I need it. Pull that sucker off, throw some bugles. We'll be backpacking. Obviously, we got the backpack. This is a Exo Mountain Gear 4800. This is the Born and Raised edition. I really like the Born and Raised edition because it's got all the zippered pockets on the outside. My only complaint with this bag is the mesh pockets on the side. I feel like they need to come up a little bit higher like the original 4800. But it's all right with this pack. We make do with what we got. I'm really not putting water bottles on the side. Now I might grab like a 1 liter water bottle just to slap to the side of it for extra water, but I do have a platypus bladder inside this pack. Right on top of the lid, first little pocket, we've got our Garmin InReach. This thing is awesome to have. I am soon to be father with a little girl on the way, so having this little InReach that I can contact my wife, make sure there's no problems going on, or if something happens to us while we're hunting, I have the SOS feature that I can hit the button, and which I don't want to do, but I could hit it if I need to, and hopefully some help will come. That's the last case scenario, but it's nice to keep track of, or to keep in touch with the family at home. That's why I have the InReach. Next up in the lid, I keep my TP. TP, gotta have the toilet paper. Always keep that in the lid ready to roll. And then I've also got in my lid a first aid kit. My first aid kit, simple first aid. I just got some bandages, some tape. I've got a little rat's tourniquet, a lightweight tourniquet. Got some gauze, assortment of band-aids, Alka-Seltzer, chapstick, Leuko tape, moleskin, basic first aid. I don't get too crazy with this, but in a pinch, I can get myself off the mountain with a couple scrapes or bruises or minor cuts. Back at the truck, I will have a bigger first aid kit with more gauze, more tape, bandages, all that good stuff. Bigger tourniquet, ready to go in the truck. So this is just a good one to keep on you. I think everybody needs a first aid kit. Back up in the lid, I've got this little Possibles pouch, real lightweight, Seek Outside seal nylon pouch. In this pouch, I've got a backup headlamp. I like these black diamond spots. The other one I keep in the lid as well. This is my backup. I really like these. This newer version takes AAA batteries, lasts a long time on a charge or on batteries. Nice. I have toothbrush, toothpaste, a lighter, electrical tape wrapped around the lighter, and then a small compass that if something happens, my phone quits working, Garmin InReach, something happens, I have a compass. Peace of mind. You never know. 2 is 1, 1 is none. Let's dive right into the pack. First little outside pouch, I've got a little sit pad, Thermarest Z pad, really nice. Sit on, put this in your tent, at the doormat, keep your socks dry, all that good stuff. Keep your butt dry when you're glassing. I really like this thing, weighs nothing, fits right here in this top pouch, and awesome to have. On the outside zipper pockets, I've got my shelter. This is the Seek Outside Guardian. It's a new shelter this year for them, and new shelter to me, obviously. This is a floorless tent. It's kind of like a tarp setup, but it's designed for 2 people, and it has a stove jack. I don't have the stove on this hunt, it's archery hunt. I don't think we'll need the stove. because the temps won't be pretty warm and just chilly at night, hopefully. You never know. This Seek Outside tent is gonna be awesome. It sets up with 2 trekking poles. It is a 2-person shelter. Most tents, they say they're 2-person, and they're really like 1 person plus some gear. This sucker will fit 2 people plus all the gear that you have, both of y'all. And I really feel like you can fit maybe 1 more person in this thing. It's that big. And it weighs like 2 pounds, something ounces. All my stakes are in here as well. Awesome little shelter. It's a single wall shelter, so you might get some condensation, but you can lift it up off the ground to get an airflow, which will help minimize that. I'm really excited about running this shelter this year. In the past, I've ran this Nemo Kodiak by this First Light partnered with Nemo. This tent is awesome. 1 man. This says it's a 2-man tent, but I feel like with 2 people in here, it's way too crowded. And my only complaint with this Kodiak is the door entrance. The door entrance on it is a single entrance, and you have to go in, do this little turnaround thing. And with 2 people doing a little turnaround thing and gear inside there, it's just not made to be. But it is a nice tent. It's a 4-season tent. It'll keep you warm during those colder weathers. It's like a mountaineering style. This thing will hold up to any wind, rain, everything. This sucker is a bomb-proof shelter, but it does pack some weight. It's about a 4-pound shelter, which the Seek Outside is half the weight, and it's bigger. So we're gonna run the Seek Outside. Also in that pouch, I have a ground sheet. This is just a small, lightweight tarp. It's big enough for 2 people. It's like a tent footprint material. It's a waterproof polyester, and it's lightweight. This will keep our pads, our sleeping pads, from getting punctured, and keeping us from getting wet if the ground's wet, because it is a floorless shelter. And you know, weighs nothing. Packs up really small. Just shove it in there. I'm gonna take it with me. On the other side, in the pouches, top one, we have our cook kit. In our cook kit, we have this stainless steel pot. Opens up, it's got a lid, and all of our goodies nest right inside. We've got our fuel canister, we've got a bandana for cleaning up, and it keeps everything from making a lot of noise. These Stanleys, I have a small little burner inside there, my lighter, and then it has a little cup that Stanley comes with for your coffee. Pretty sweet little cook system. It's pretty lightweight. It might not be the most efficient thing out there, like a JetBull or like MSR React or Windburner, whatever they're called. But I've already had this thing, and it ain't broke. I ain't gonna fix it. It's bomb-proof, stainless steel. It's gonna last a lifetime. It's an awesome little stove. Now, I did upgrade this year to a pocket rocket. I do have the little small micro burner in there. It's a great little burner, but I've got this little pocket rocket. It's just a little bit bigger stove, and I'm excited to try this one out. Maybe this will be a little bit more efficient at boiling water faster and saving some fuel. And then I've also got my spork for eating my freeze-dried meals or stirring up some ramen. In my bottom pouch here on the side, I've got my water filter system. This is a Sawyer Squeeze water filter. Super easy water filter, cheap option. I've got 2 platypus bags. Easy replaceable if you need to, but they work great. I got the squeeze so you can squeeze it back into my water bladder. I have a quick attach system on it. That way I can keep one of these bags dirty and have dirty water in it ready to roll. I can hang it to my pack if I need to carry extra water. And then on my water bladder, I have a quick detach system where I can flush the dirty water through the filter back into my clean water system for drinking or cooking. I will also carry an extra filter or some Aquamir tabs just for a backup. And if I need even more backup, I have my pot I can boil water in. Open right up. On the Born and Raised packs, they have this nice little extra little stash pockets built in. I have my kill kit ready to go. In my top little zipper pouch, I have my knife and my sharpener. And then the bottom, I have some nitrile gloves, some flagging tape, zip ties, pins, and cordage for hanging meat or whatever I need cordage for. The knife that I'm running this year, and I've been running this actually last year too, is the LT Wright. This knife is the LT Wright Small Northern Hunter. This is a bad to the bone knife. Little small guy, I think it's A2 tool steel. This sucker will hold an edge. It's stainless steel, so you won't get any rust, but it holds an edge, easy to sharpen, and I love this little knife. I've already skinned 3 or 4 deer and a couple pigs with it. Awesome knife. Also have a Kydex sheath for it with also have a Kydex sheath with it to hang from your neck if you want to wear this as a neck knife. You can. Into the main compartment, first thing I see right here on the top is my food. This is my food. I keep my food in this dry bag. I'll have however many days we go out from the truck to go camp. We're always staying mobile, so if we're gonna camp by the truck, whatever, might have some day food in here, but if we're chasing elk, we find some elk way back in, and we're gonna go camp for 3 or 4 days. I will put 3 or 4 days worth of food in here and ready to go. I keep it in this dry bag. If I need to hang it up in the tree for a bear bag, I can, but it also keeps everything organized, ready to go. And this is like the bulk of my sleep system, is how much food, and the most weight really besides water is your food. If you want me to go into my food later in another video, let me know in the comments below and I'll surely do that. Right here on top, I have my puffy. This is a First Light puffy, Uncompadre puffy jacket. This is my insulation layer, man. This thing is the best jacket from First Light in my opinion. I love it. I like the synthetic because if it gets wet, it's still warm. It doesn't compress all the insulation like down will. I know the down's treated, but I just feel like this one's just a little better option. Super, super warm jacket. If it's not cold outside, I'll roll this thing up and use it as a pillow. It's awesome. Love this First Light Uncompadre jacket. Rain jacket. I have a super lightweight rain jacket. This is a Cabela Space rain jacket. Not the best in the world, but you know, it gets the job done. If it's just a little rain shower here and there, this is a great rain system to bring with you. It's super lightweight, cheap, inexpensive. If it's raining all week long and it's every day, this is not the rain gear to have. This rain gear is just made for those little brief rainstorms or maybe a couple hour rainstorm. If it's gonna rain any more than that, I'm just gonna pop up my shelter or my tarp and we're gonna hang out under that for the day. Or I might upgrade rain gear in the future. I also have the rain pants with it, and I may or may not bring these, just depending on the forecast. The pants I'll have a DWR coating, so I trust that in these little rain pants. If it's gonna be rain like a good day or so, I'm not bringing these along. But for my warm pants, I have the First Light Catalyst pants. I may or may not bring these, like depending on the weather. If it's gonna be cold in the mornings, I'll bring these, slap them on. If it's gonna be cold right off the bat, I'll wear these in. But I have these Catalyst pants ready to go if I need them. I like the Catalyst pants because they're lightweight, they're thin, they're fitted, and they're super, super quiet. This material, this outer shell material, is awesome. Fleece line on the inside, super warm, and paired with my other system, my layering, these pants will get me down within the 20s. Long johns, same thing. I put these on in the morning. If it's cold, takes the bite off. With my long johns, my pants, and then my Catalyst pants, I can get down in the 20s, no problem. Awesome to have a pair of long johns. These are the First Light Fuse, a little heavier weight merino wool. I love them. Sleeping bag. For my sleeping bag, I have my sleeping bag in a dry bag, a Sea to Summit dry bag. This is a hiking bike, inexpensive down sleeping bag off Amazon. I have a link in the description below where you can find this sucker. This is a 15-degree bag and it is super, super warm. I like the size of it. It fits me pretty good. I can toss and turn, but for the money, it's a really, really cheap option if you want to get a good down sleeping bag. I highly recommend this hiking bike sleeping bag from Amazon. Also within my sleeping bag, I have a small blow-up pillow. This is a comfort item that I think everybody should have if you like a good night's sleep. This little pillow right here, just blow it up with a couple breaths, and it is awesome to have on the backcountry instead of using your puffy jacket. Especially if it gets really cold and you have to wear that puffy jacket to add more insulation into your sleeping bag. This little pillow is just awesome to have to get a good night's sleep on the mountain. Last in the pack is my sleeping pad. This is a Climate Static V insulated sleeping pad. It's not the lightest in the world. I think it's like an $80 price range, $100 price range sleeping pad. Super cheap compared to some of the other brands. Now, it is a little heavier, but I feel like the material is a tough material that won't pop, and if it does, I have a patch kit with it that I can patch it in case of an emergency. But super awesome little sleeping pad for the money. This is the Climate Static V. I really enjoy this pad. I also have one extra pair of socks. I like to have an extra pair of socks in the pack. I'll wear a pair of socks in, and then I'll have a pair of socks that I can put in on at night, sleep in, or if I get my socks super wet during the day, I can put my good socks on the outside of my pack and let them dry while I have a clean pair on. So I like an extra pair of socks, and that's the only extra clothing that I'm gonna bring is an extra pair of socks. Also in the pack, I have a trash bag, a big contractor trash bag. Awesome, great to have when you're backpacking. You can use it as a poncho, you can use it as a ground tarp, you can use it as a meat barrier, you can put meat in it. All different kinds of things you can do with the contractor trash bag, the heavy meal ones. Keep one in your pack, highly recommend it. And then last but not least, I have the, like I've already said, the water bladder, which is a platypus 3 liter water bladder, and I like it, great. For clothing, I'll start with the pants. I am running the Piranha Zion, I think that's what they're called, nylon pant. Pretty bomb-proof little pant, cheap option, green. I like these pants. They're super nice, lightweight, they dry really, really quickly, and I feel like you don't need a camo pattern really, unless you just want it. I like these pants, Piranha Zions. I know they have the new 2.0s of these. I've never tried the 2.0s, but the old versions, I really like them. My boxers have the First Light Wicks boxers. I like these little boxers. They're nice, merino wool. They don't stink after a week long of wearing them, and they dry quickly. Super comfortable, don't ride up. I like these boxers. I also have a backup pair in the truck. These are the merino wool off Amazon. They're just say merino wool on them. I think they're exactly the same, pretty much the exact same as the First Light, just different brand and cheaper. For my shirt, I have a First Light Wicks t-shirt, camo, cipher pattern. I'll have this t-shirt on most of the day with this First Light Wicks long sleeve. I really like the long sleeve. Most of the time I just wear the long sleeve by itself, quarter zip. This sucker right here is awesome. Takes off the edge being cold, but it's also really nice in the sun. Keeps you from getting sunburnt. Breathes really well, also really warm, dries quickly. First Light Merino is top of the line in my opinion. Really enjoy it. Older piece from First Light, but I'm also gonna bring this little hoodie. This is the Chama. It's the same as like the Fuse, I believe. It's a heavier weight First Light hoodie. I'll bring this just in case it gets a little bit chilly. If it's really cold, I might not even bring it, but it's super light. When layered with all this gear, I can get down to 20s. Plus with my puffy jacket, man, it's super, super warm. And then I've also got a little neck gaiter. Bring it up to my face, keep my face hidden from First Light. Socks, I'll be running the Darn Tough socks. These are awesome socks, merino wool. Same properties as all the underwear and the clothing. Don't stink, don't hold odor. Super warm when wet. They dry pretty quickly. Feel great, compression, I love them. Okay, on to the footwear. This year I'll be running the Crispy Laponia 2s. I've been wearing these for the last like 2 months now, broken them in. Straight out of the box, I didn't really have to break them in. They feel like a pair of tennis shoes, but I've been wearing them, like I said, the past 2 months, around the ranch, on the trail, everywhere, and I've got these suckers broke in really, really nice. Awesome pair of boots. These are so comfortable. It's not that stiff, but I like a semi-stiff boot where I can still feel the ground for stalking, and I live here in Texas, so I feel like this boot is a great boot for here in Texas as well in the mountains. I'm really excited to run these pair of boots this year. In the past, I ran the Danner Vitals, which is a really, really cheap option. In the first year, I wore them out, and I kept wearing them for the last 3 years. They're worn out. They leak like a sucker, but I'm really excited to test out these new Crispy Laponia 2s. Awesome. If it's gonna be raining quite a bit, or the ground's wet, snowy, whatever, I have these set of First Light Gators. I probably won't bring these unless the weather is calling for them, or if it's real brushy. I do like these in the brush because they protect the bottom of your boots, they protect the bottom of your pants, keep stuff from getting in your boots, and keep your boots from getting wet and your pant legs from getting wet. Really like these First Light Gators, but I may or may not bring them with us. Just depends on the weather. So for my optics, I'll be running the Vortex 8.5 by 50s. These are the Diamondbacks. I've had these for a long time. I really like the 8.5s because the field of view is so much wider than like, let's say a 10s or 12s. Yeah, you might not get as much range, but you can see so much more and it lets in more light even with the 50s. These are really nice binoculars. Vortex, you know, they make great stuff. Lifetime warranty if you need it. Also, I like the 8.5s for around here because in tree stands in real close range, 8.5s perfect so I can see really good in the woods. And when you're elk hunting in the dark timber, throw these suckers up. You can see, brings in lots of light. I really like these Vortex 8.5 by 50s. The bino harness that I'll be running, and this is the Muley Freak Traverse 2.0. This bino harness is awesome. The material is great. I like the elastic open and close. There's no magnets to pop. There's no little buckles to break. It's all just bungee shock cord, real easy. Also have a pistol holder on the bottom that I can fit my SIG P365 XL, little 9mm. Keep that sucker on me if I need to. Not because, or animals to say, but you never know, you're running on a little crackhead up on the mountain. You never know. In this pouch I have my tags, I have some extra mouth reeds, I've got a lighter inside here. Great little deal, got a lens cloth, and then on the side I'll have my wind checker, the cow call on the side. Also have a little pouch on the back and I can put my phone in there if I need to, but more than likely I have it in my pocket. Speaking of phones, on my phone I have my maps. I'll have my maps saved from Onyx and Go Hunt. I'm using both of those maps together. I like the features of both of them, but they're not all one map, so the features I have to get from both maps. I like both of them. I have waypoints saved on both of them, and I've also exported the KMLs from each one and added them together, so I have all the points on each maps. Yeah, you're paying for both of them, but I feel like it's necessary so you can see different maps, see different things. Plus 2 is better than 1. So that's the maps. Last but not least, the weapon of choice. This is a Boat Arc or Osage orange longbow that I've crafted out of with my bare hands. This is an awesome little longbow that I built. I reflexed the tips, super lightweight, this thing weighs maybe 2 pounds, a pound, weighs nothing. It is super long and bulky, but honestly, if I can kill an elk with this sucker right here, that would be the coolest thing in the world, because I built this bow by myself. Awesome, love this little bow. This thing shoots so good, and I just think it'd be so rewarding to take this bow that I built out of a tree that I cut down and whittled out to take an animal with. So that's the bow of choice. This bow is 66 inches long. It is about 58 pounds at 28 inches, and this sucker will sling some arrows great. That to mention, bringing this bow on this hunt, I do not have a tag. My buddy drew the tag for this unit. So early on in the hunt, if my buddy kills early, then I plan on going to buy an over-the-counter tag and go and hunt a different unit. But I also bring this bow to shoot grouse and everything else because I do have a small game license. And I think it'd be cool to take this out and shoot some grouse with it for camp meat. So that's my 2022 archery elk hunting gear. If you see anything in here that you like, there'll be the links in the description below where you can find everything. If you see something you didn't like, or you see something that you think I need, please drop a comment below. And I hope y'all have a great hunting season this year. Please give this video a like if you thought it was helpful, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss how these hunts unfold and see how our hunting season went this year. So it's gonna be a good one. I can't wait to get in the woods, get in the mountains, chase some animals, and I hope y'all have a great hunting season. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. I'll catch you on the next one.